What's going on, y'all? WTF Mortgage in the house. All right, check this out. Lenders, banks, credit unions, brokerages, at any given time, they all have about 20 to 25 rates that they could choose to advertise. Here are just 15 of them. Now, many lenders, of course, don't even advertise their rates. But of the lenders that choose to advertise their rates, you are going to see that about 99.98% of them advertise only one rate, or they'll advertise like one rate in each category, like one conforming rate, one VA rate, one FHA rate, etc. So if they have this wide range of rates to advertise from, why do they only advertise one rate? Why? Well, why do predators hang out at watering holes in the wild to catch prey? Well, because it works. That's why. So the trick is, when you advertise one rate, you can make it look like you have a better deal than another company. Give the illusion that you have a better deal than another company. But the truth of the matter is, we all have access to the same rates. Every bank, every credit union, every brokerage, every lender in the country, we all have access to the same rates. For example, if I have a 6.5%, then Quicken has that 6.5%. Wells Fargo has it. All of the banks, lenders, credit unions all have that 6.5% rate. The difference is what we charge in fees. My 6.5% rate is going to cost different from Bank of America's 6.5% rate. Bank of America's 6.5% rate is going to cost different from Loan Depot's 6.5% rate. Loan Depot's 6.5% rate is going to cost different from Chase's 6.5% rate. You get the point. What you are really shopping for are the fees, not the rate. But people, consumers, have been conditioned to shop for the rate because it's easy to fool you that way. All right, so the strategy behind fooling you with that one rate is to get you to contact them, preferably by telephone. And when you contact them by telephone, believe me, they have entire sales pitches or processes or funnels put in place that are designed primarily around one question, one fateful question. What is your rate? The worst question to ask when shopping for a home loan. What is your rate? I mean, it's like contacting a furniture store and asking, how much is your table? I mean, you should be able to see that now based on what I've shown you for the rates. And when you ask that question, the predators got you by the neck, and they're going to slowly start dragging your ass down the funnel into the water so they can eat you. So in this video right now, I'm going to give you 2 really easy ways to reword your question to stop you from becoming a predator's dinner. Okay, way number 1 is to ask for a specific rate. For example, you contact the lender and ask, how much does your 6.5% 30-year fixed rate cost? Or how much does your 15-year fixed 5.5% rate cost? You ask for a specific rate, and you do that with all of the lenders. Now, this is taking into consideration that you've already figured out which rate you want to go with. I'll show you how to do that in a home loan series I have coming out, on how to properly shop for a home loan, because the home loan shopping information out there right now just really sucks. So I'm going to put out a series to show you how to properly shop for a home loan. And during that series, I'll show you how to go about selecting a rate. So taking into account that, or consideration that you've already determined which rate you want to go with, you call lender A up and ask, hey, how much does your 6.5% 30-year fixed rate cost? You contact lender B, how much does your 6.5% 30-year fixed rate cost, etc. And that is just so much better. So much better than calling up and asking, what is your rate? That horrible question. Okay. So that is way number 1. And that is not my preferred way. My preferred way is way number 2. Okay. So way number 2, my preferred method is to give them a scenario and ask for options. You give a scenario and you ask for the options. Example, you tell them, I am looking to get a loan. I'm going to be staying in the home long term, at least 15 years or more. I'm looking to lower my payment down by at least $150. I'm also looking to get maybe $9,000 to $11,000 cash out. I'm going to be replacing a furnace that I have. And after you give them that scenario, then you let them know, and I want to know what are my rate options. Because now after watching this video, they have a slew of rates to choose from. 11 or 15 so different rates to choose from. So instead of asking for a specific rate, you ask, what are your options? Now, anybody worth their weight, worth that seat that they're sitting on at that lender, if they've got experience, they're going to actually enjoy the scenario you just gave them. I used to love that, still do. Instead of someone blindly calling up and asking, what is your rate? Give me a specific scenario, even if that scenario seems unrealistic. So anyway, anybody worth their weight is going to take your scenario, listen, shut up and listen, write down notes when you give them the scenario. And maybe they won't do it immediately. You got to give them time. Don't have them just pull something out of their butt right away because it's going to suck. Give them some time, maybe like, hey, contact me tomorrow or something like that. Or they should say, hey, you know what, I'll get back to you by the end of the day, figure out some good scenarios for you, whatever it is. But if they're doing it just in like a couple seconds, chances are they're just going to pull something out of their ass and it's going to be BS. So they should get back to you with a solution that involves minimum 2 rate options, but possibly 3 options. Maybe one with, I'm throwing on an example, like say they give you one of the rates with 1 point. They give you another option with 0 points. And they give you another option with 0.0 cost. Make them do their damn work, their homework. You're here to get your problem solved, and it's their job to work on that. And if somebody's not willing to do that, then don't deal with their ass, because this is another really great way to kind of weed out the people without experience or the people that just suck. So those are the two ways. After this video, never, ever, 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 ever call up with somebody, a lender, and ask, what is your rate? Okay. It's either, scenario number 1, you have a specific one in mind. Hey, how much does your 6% rate cost at lender A? How much does your 6% rate cost at lender B? How much does your 6% rate cost at lender C? Or method number 2, giving a scenario and have them come up with some options. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned something that's going to stop you from getting your ass eaten by the predators at the watering hole. And take care, and I will see you on the next one.